What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Man, it's cold out here. This time of year really sucks, but there's a good thing about this time of year. The air is really good. Boost weather. We actually have an impromptu track rental coming up tomorrow. So got the Mustang outside. Had to put some fuel and stuff in it. I just recently changed the oil before our last test and tune, which you would have saw in one of the last videos. We had the BK out for Streetcar Takeover, and then we had this out for a test and tune the day prior. And our fuel pressure issue was a dirty fuel filter. I took the filter out, cleaned it, got it cleaned up pretty good. I think that's going to be, I was going to replace it, but they're stainless, so I said piss on it, I'll clean it. The back one by the tank, pre-filter, that one had been replaced, and then this one hadn't been in a while, so I took it out, cleaned it. Everything seemed good after I cleaned it. We're just going to check it over. We're going to get this thing put on the trailer. All right, guys, so we're all locked and loaded. Had to make a couple stops before we head to the drag strip, but we got some fuel, got the truck fueled up, got some energy drinks, and we're going to hop in the truck and head out. Oh, yeah, and I got me a coffee, because it is about 35 degrees now currently, but hop in the old green bean here and hit the road. All right, fellas, the first one's here. Ain't nobody else here yet. Camera's dirty. I like to get here early so I don't have to rush. We can kind of get the ball rolling. I can just relax in the process, but I think we'll get unloaded. Wait till everybody gets here. Man, guys, we are super blessed to have a drag strip in our own backyard now, let alone a facility this nice. This place is top notch. If you've never been out here, you need to come out to Flying H drag strip out here in Odessa, Missouri, and check this place out. In the spring and the summer when everything's green, man, it's pretty out here. They're gonna be adding a bunch of stuff. You know, this is our first year open with the track. You know, we've got a lot of stands over here on the west side of the drag strip. I know they talked about putting some over here on the east side. There's gonna be a bunch of campgrounds and stuff at the big end of the track in the near future. But I mean, the track's got a really nice, I think it's like a 1% grade at the end. Helps slow down cars at speed. I think they said this track is 4,400 foot long. You got quite a bit of shutdown. So what a great facility. Blake and Scott do a great job with this place. And man, we can't thank those people enough for bringing us such a badass drag strip out here at Flying H. Well, we got some more cars showing up. Looks like we'll have some fast stuff out here today. I think there's supposed to be a total of like 13 cars right now. It looks like we got about 6 of us. I know there's a few more coming. We'll hop in the old car, make a little lap around the facility here, put some heat in the trans, rear end and all that stuff before we go up and you know, beat the snot out of it. First pass, I think we're gonna put it on about 23 pounds of dome. Should be a pretty good shakedown. Hopefully it'll still go like a 540 or 550, and if it'll plant the tire. Got a little bit more boost in it on the leave. I think I've got it set up to leave on 12, and it'll be 23 overall, so should make about 20, maybe 21 pounds, probably 20, I'd say. 20 pounds of boost overall, and then hopefully leave on 12, ramp it in pretty quick, like 1-2, and hopefully should go like maybe a mid-high 40, and we'll go from there. Check the data and see how everything looks. But got about another 30 or 40 minutes before the track goes hot. We'll get back to you whenever we get up there. We got my buddy Marcos' car out here today. You want to talk about a beautiful car. This is probably the nicest front-wheel drive car around, in my opinion. The boys from Oklahoma did the paint and body work on this thing, all the fab work and stuff. I mean, this thing is pretty. I mean, we got all the finishing line goodies on this thing. Josh Plum did all the brake system and everything on it. But last time Marcus had this car out, it went at 838 at our previous track rental, and he's hopefully going to do a little bit better than that today. I'm not going to say it out loud, but maybe we'll see a 7 today. Who knows? Tons of cars here. My boy Squish got his Pro Charge Ranger here. That thing's going to be neat to see. He's going to try and go his first 9-second pass. And then local shop cars all over the place. So anyways, we'll get up there. Track will go hot in just a few minutes. Garrett's Nova. All right, so first pass off the trailer, pulling the data log up here. Let me show you the slip. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. On a 546, 129, 60 foot. So we'll see what it made for boost. Yeah, what it make? Yeah, it made 9.5, 9.6. And I think that's just because it didn't bump in.
Didn't bump in at the house.
Yeah. Coolant pressure never got over 23.
That must be it, then.
That's the ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ticket to run it cold. Made right at 20 pounds right at the top. 23 pounds of dome. Made 20 pounds. That's what I figured. I figured it'd make 19, 20 pounds. That's pretty much what it made.
It's not bad.
Yeah. What did I shift at?
That was really soft. I mean, softer than what you thought it was going to be,
Yeah.
too.
I shifted at 7,200. Short. And then I ran it right at the stripe. It was at 7,000. All right, we'll throw another tune-up in it. Try and get a little bit more aggressive with it on this next one. I got 14 pounds on the dome for the next one for the brake, and then 28 overall. Hopefully it'll make 25, 26 pounds. And then the pass after that, we may do 30, 35 pounds of dome and see what it makes. All right, well, the second pass didn't go as planned. The car was breaking up a bunch. You can probably see it in the video, or you can probably hear it in the video there. And I should have got out of it. I didn't. I kind of pretty much just grabbed the scramble and hoped for the best. Still got a fuel pressure issue. When I cleaned the filter, apparently didn't fix it. And then putting a new sensor in it didn't fix it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the filter apart, probably pull the filter element out of it, the one that I think is the issue. We're gonna put plugs in it. I sent Troy to go grab some plugs. The local O'Reilly's is gonna come back. We'll gap those, get those swapped out. Hopefully that'll fix our breakup issue. These plugs have probably been in all season, maybe longer than that. So we'll gap them a little bit tighter than what these ones are. Fresh plugs, pull this filter element out, and hopefully we have enough time to try it again. I think we've still got a couple hours left, so fingers crossed we can do this in time. Hopefully I can get this filter apart, and hopefully we can try and go PB. And after this pass, I was pretty well getting pretty angry, you know, mainly at myself because I could have fixed this fuel pressure issue if I'd have really focused on what the problem was rather than just cleaning a filter and just saying that was it. So at this point, like I said, I was getting pretty angry, and we were running out of time, and I really wanted to make some progress with this thing. You know, the car ran a PB 539. The fastest it had gone before, I think, was either a 543 or a 546, but I knew it could go faster because even going to 39, that thing was breaking up pretty good, and like that was going to be a pretty fast pass. But anytime I turned it up over, I think like 23 pounds of dome or 20 pounds of boost, it just wanted to break up because the injector duty cycle was skyrocketing. I tried to add some base pressure to it to try and compensate for the fact that the pressure was low, to try and gain some duty cycle out of the injector. It was kind of just a band-aid. I was doing everything I could to try and get this thing to go down. And so I got a little too aggressive, a little too greedy. I probably could have gotten away with not pedaling it. Now looking back at the video, it looked like it may have settled down, but it was hard to say because my boost ramp was really aggressive and it may have just tried to climb the ring gear and might have just gone out past the 60 foot and hit the bumper. I don't know. But it went a 550. It went a PB 60 foot on this pass, and it was hard to tell, but I think the front end came down right at the 60 foot, but it went a 125.6, I think is what the slip said, and went 550 through the 8th mile with the pedal, and it was still kind of breaking up because I was still getting after it pretty hard. We get back after this run. We're going to try and turn it around super fast. Blake, the owner of the track, was like, look, I'll give you another shot, try and make one more, and we got to get out of here. So we go back for one more run and see if we can beat our 539 PB. All right, so we made it back home. Overall, a decent day at the track. We did run a PB, 537. I think it was 127 mile an hour. We did a best 60 foot, a best 330, and a best 8th mile. The car's definitely got more in it. The fueling issue that we were having yesterday really held us back. I'm not sure what that is. You know, we pulled the filters out of it to try and fix it, and then that didn't do it. I actually did one filter once, drained the fuel system, put it all back in, did the second filter after that, didn't fix it. And then we put new plugs in it, gapped the plugs tighter than the ones that I had in it, and still didn't fix it. So at this point, the only thing it can be is either the pump or the regulator's having issues. So we'll have to get that sorted out, hopefully before the first of the year. This car, like I said, has always had some coolant pressure issues, but I think the ticket's actually just to run the car cold. I normally wait until like 160, 170 degrees to run the car. It just always seems to have a bunch of coolant pressure. One thing I'm going to do over winter, we're going to change the radiator setup in this. I'm going to take the Civic radiator out of it, mainly because I keep blowing these damn radiators up, but I want to put a little bit bigger radiator in it, and I'm going to put it down low, kind of with the intercooler and stuff, which might, I don't know, help or hurt. I'm not sure, because the radiator up here, you know, you've got a little bit of airflow and stuff, where down there it's going to have to fight its way through the intercooler. But I'm hoping that I can put like dual fans on it, which then later will open up some area to where if I wanted to change the turbo kit and put the turbo right in the middle of the grill, I could do that as well. But yeah, that's something that's going to happen this winter. But yeah, the whole coolant pressure issue seems to be not as apparent if you run it at like 100 degrees versus 160 degrees. But yeah, like I said, we struggled that all day, except for the very first pass where the car went a 46, which was, I think, pretty much spot on for the previous PB. I had pulled some power out of it I pulled some power out of it overall, but bumped the two-step up a little bit. Pretty much I figured it was going to run a mid 40, and it did. It went a 46 at 126 mile an hour. Everything after that, we made it up in the 60 foot, because that first pass was a 129 60 foot. The previous PB was a 126, and then yesterday we went a 125 on the wheelie pass where I had to pedal it. So it could have been faster, but you know, a good day for sure. But we're going to put it up for the winter. We'll get back to it in the spring, change a couple things. We've got some projects going on in the garage still. We got some more projects coming, and yeah, but we'll bring them to you all as they come, and we'll see you on the next one.